Welcome to another episode of Brapcast.
Good afternoon and welcome back to another episode of Brapcast. My name is Ashley Ackley and tonight we are joined by Colin Fortier with the Dirty Petcocks. How you doing tonight, Colin?
Great, Ashley. How you doing?
I am doing fantastic. So tonight we're going to learn a little bit about you guys and what uh, what the club is all about. So why don't we start with who are the Dirty Petcocks and where are you guys from?
Well, we're a bunch of mopeds, somewhat specific, but mostly two-stroke enthusiasts. We all come from a motorcycle background, and it's just sort of a random group of people, any number of ages and career paths and all kinds of different stuff. And we're right in Sarasota, Florida, which is a little bit below Tampa and above Fort Lauderdale, or sorry, Fort Myers.
Very cool. How did you guys get started with mopeds?
Um, Again, we all come from a motorcycle background, but in 2009, I bought my first bike and just completely fell in love with it. It was a it was a fun way for me to get around, and I really felt comfortable with the bike, and it was really great, and I really enjoyed it. And we started going to bike nights, and that, when I say we, I mean the original founding members. It would have been Ryan Rossler, Candy Luther, and me. And we originally formed the group in 2000, late 2009, and then in 2010 we were joined by another guy who no longer rides mopeds, no longer in the scene, but he helped me sort of form the group a little bit. I came up with the name, and he came up with a little bit of a logo, and we refined that, and then we were off and running. And the rest of the guys have joined now, and we've got probably 7, 8, 10 members total, and then another bunch of outliers. We got guys in Portland, we got guys all over the place. So it started very slow, and it's worked its way, and we've gone a long way, and we've got a lot of people that ride with us. So really fun.
That's amazing. Um, when you guys do get together for rides and stuff, what does that look like?
Well, it's usually every week we do a Taco Tuesday ride, which basically takes us, we all kind of meet at a shop, or we'll all meet at Tijuana Flats on 41 here in Sarasota, and we basically ride for 15, 20 minutes to get there, have lunch or have dinner, hang out, and just kind of mess with each other. It's a lot of guys with a lot of sense of humor and really relaxed. It's a lot of fun. And then we'll go for a nice half hour, 45-minute, maybe an hour ride, depending on where we want to go. And we go either out to the Barrier Keys, or along the waterway, or we have some special routes that have some great corners here. Florida isn't traditionally one of the best riding spots for corners. It tends to be very flat and straight. So anytime we can get into a neighborhood where it's nice and curvy, we'll do that. But it's just basically that, and then probably once or twice a year we'll do a motorcycle event here.
Cool. You say you do events. Do you do any like moped rallies, any larger get-togethers like that?
Yeah, we do rallies. We've been up to the Queen City Barons rallies. We went up to White Line Riders rallies. We did a lot of stuff with the weekends here. We did some stuff with the usual suspects in Inverness. We did some stuff at Bonita Springs in Orlando, and some of the guys head up to Richmond and Atlanta a lot, do the swoops rallies. But we haven't had any rallies here. The only thing that we've had here as far as our own is we do a Thunder by the Bay, which is more of a motorcycle event, but we'll do a small ride, and we get together with the guys from Lakeland, Team Rocket, and a few other people that we know here in Florida, and we'll go down to an event here in Sarasota called Thunder by the Bay, and it's more of a motorcycle event, but we definitely go down there. And we last couple years we've been going down as a full group or several groups.
Neat. So it sounds like you guys get a little bit of everywhere.
Yeah, yeah, cause trouble wherever we can. It's hard to get everybody together for a rally, but when we do it, we get 15 or 20 guys rolling up to a rally. Sometimes it's as little as 2 or 3, but most of the time it's 10, 12, 15, something like that.
That's a pretty good turnout, actually.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to be an official member of the Dirty Petcocks, what needs to happen?
Well, I heard a lot of the other guys saying that they would do bike in a box, or they take your engine apart, make you put it together. I didn't want to do anything like that. I thought it would be better suited because all you end up with then is your mechanic friends. And I didn't want that. I wanted a wide demographic of people. I wanted girls. I wanted anyone who wanted to do this, we would help them do this.
Isn't that what
So,
they did in the comic book?
what's that?
Bike in a box at the end of the comic?
Oh, maybe. I know that some of those guys have done that. But in my case, I thought we were actually kind of sitting around the house brainstorming one day, and I thought about doing a scavenger hunt, and then it dawned on me what would be funnier than that would be to make Dirty Petcock stickers that don't say the name of the group, and then give them places to put the sticker on and take a picture of the sticker on this place. And we would make them very, very difficult. And so we started to do that, and we called them tags, and each person got 5 tags, and then they had to ride in a rally. And if they did that, they did the 5 tags and rode in a rally, then they could be an official member, and we would do a cake in thing. We'd make a special cake for them, and then we'd have to eat the cake at the actual restaurant, and we would do a big ceremony. Well, this took a long time to come to fruition. It took a lot of pieces to get involved in this. But one of the things we decided was if you wanted to do 4 stickers or 3 stickers and videotape one of the tags, that was worth 2. And then somebody came along and said, "What if I get a tattoo?" And I said, "Well, if you get a tattoo, we'll waive all your sticker challenges." So 3 of the guys now have actual Dirty Petcocks tattoos.
Oh, damn. That's
Yeah, they're
hardcore.
pretty hardcore. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're definitely in there. So now we have some new members that are pledging. We always have something going on.
That's a really good idea. Not only does it get the image out there, but you also have to, by going through the difficulty, have to prove that you really want to be in the club.
Right. But I also wanted something that was funny and available for anybody to do. I don't necessarily want all mechanics. I want anybody to be able to do it. Girl, guy, young, old, doesn't matter. If you get a bike and you want a bike, we will help you work on it. We will help you through the process of learning how to utilize the bike. That's not important. What's important is a love for these machines and just a general overall good attitude towards the rest of the group, and we'll work it all out. But I didn't want it to just be a bunch of guys that were all my friends and all mechanics. I wanted to make it available for everybody. So I wanted something that was funny and fun to do and hard, but not impossible for anybody that doesn't know how to already build an engine.
I like that. That makes sense. Is there anybody you wanted to shout out or anything else you wanted to mention?
No, I just, I appreciate all the gangs that have been good to us, and that's pretty much everybody that I previously mentioned. I don't think I forgot anybody, but we love to get up there, and we constantly have people. It's a very touristy town, so we have constantly people in here right now. I think Mouse from RVA is here now, and we constantly have people coming here. And if anybody ever decides to come down here on vacation and they need a loan or they just want to hang out with us, you're more than welcome to look us up on the website and shout us a text, and we'll always help you out whenever we can. We'll send you to the great places to go see here and things to do here and hotels or whatever you need. And one of these days we're going to do a rally here, but it's gonna take some time. Right when I think that we're ready to do it, either somebody leaves or we'll get new people in the group or something happens. But one of these days, we're going to do a ride or a rally here. We've been pondering it for a long time, so it's going to happen someday, but it's going to take a little more work than it.
Rallies are a lot of work, definitely. So you didn't have anybody in specific you wanted to shout out?
No, no. We talked to, I talk to everybody um, around the groups um, on a regular basis. So, they know how to get a hold of me. We're a pretty open group. We also have our website. And, um, Otto and Monica run that part of the thing. And as I said, I'm not particularly good with the internet. So those guys came on in, I think, 2010 or 11. And if it wasn't for them, this would have failed a long time ago. So they were really extremely important, as are all the guys in the group. They all have their own section that they deal with, but I'm just not good with the internet, and I'm sure it confuses people because um, a lot of times when we go to the rallies, people don't even know that I'm in the group, let alone that I founded the group. So it's kind of funny, but I definitely want to shout out to all the guys in the group because they're really helpful. They really make this easy on me. Um, and I'm just not good at the internet. I'm just not good at computers at all.
I think that's what being a good member is all about.
Yep.
Helping each other
Yep.
and not making it hard on the leaders.
Yeah. They manage all the shirts and hats and stickers and all that stuff. So it's nice that I really don't do that much now that I think about it.
Do you guys have anything cool coming up or anything you want people to know about that's happening?
Um, well, we've been doing a workshop out of we have a spot somewhere in town, and we've been doing a workshop on Friday nights and trying to get the guys to bring broken stuff down so we can all work on it. And again, that's one thing that I really am adamant about, that the guys, everybody helps everybody else work on their stuff. So if you don't know how to do it, we'll help you through it. I'm not going to do it for you. You can't pay me to do it, but I will stand next to you and make sure that you know how to do it so that I don't have to keep showing you over and over again. That's one thing. And the other thing is Walt Ottaviano, or Otto, just opened a scooter shop here, and so he's been just constantly barraged with selling bikes and working on bikes, and they're growing very, very quickly, and it's good for them. So we don't get to see him as much as we used to, but definitely Friday nights are good. I don't know that we're going to have a ride coming up anytime soon, but all these other rallies that are happening, we keep, if it wasn't spring break for me right now, I'd definitely be going to one of these rallies because I'm itching to go to another rally, but I don't know that we have anything scheduled particularly. One of these rallies we're going to show up to.
What's the name of the shop?
Sarasota Mopeds and Scooters. It's in Gulf Gate, Sarasota.
Beautiful. Yeah, we got to shout those guys out, especially if they're
Yeah.
just getting started.
They're doing well. They're selling a lot of bikes. They're moving stuff. They're doing good. They're gonna open another building soon. They're doing really good.
I
But he's
love to
really
hear that.
busy. And they send people our way too. So if somebody comes in and sees he's got some old bikes up on the shelves in the store, and when they come in and they go, oh, those are cool, they send them our way. So
Excellent.
yeah, I wish we had a lot more going on our schedule. We have the website, but nothing really exciting. Um, so there was a group here in Tampa called the Rip Rips. I don't know if you remember them, but anyway, they were a fleeting group. Um, but they did a rally, God, I would say 5 years ago, and it defunct the group because it was so ill prepared. It was so awful. It was one of the worst rallies I've ever been to. And the day after that rally was over, the Rip Rips were over. And so it's always been in the back of my mind that if you're going to do something like that, you damn well better have it well planned out. We used to go to the Inverness rally. Uh, Brett used to run those rallies. The usual suspects were the guys who did it, and it's about 2 hours north of here. And they were the most well-run rallies I have ever been to in my life. They made it so fun and so easy and so stressless. And I always thought if we are going to do this, it has to be run like that. It has to. Otherwise, you run the risk of completely defunking the group. So
Definitely.
I've been so nervous about being completely prepared about doing a rally. So that's why we don't have that on our schedule, is because I want to do it. If I'm going to do it, I want to do it right. I want everybody to have a good time, no safety issues, everybody to know where they're going, maps, all of it, all of it. I want guys to walk away from here and go, hey, that was one hell of a rally, and those guys know how to run a rally. It was stressless, it was easy, it was fun. We definitely have a lot of that done, but I'm still nervous about, I can't see this group folding over a rally. And you don't throw a party for you anyway, you throw a party for everyone else. So that's why
Exactly.
we haven't had anything like that on the schedule. But we may do a small ride coming up. We've been talking about it. We may do a small ride because I think that's like doing a rally. It's like rally light. It's easier to do a 1 day thing. I don't have to worry about room and board. I don't have to worry about people getting in trouble with the cops. I don't have to worry about 150 to 200 people here, more like 50 people here. And so we can sort of see how things work, kind of thing, before
Amen,
we
brother.
really dive into the deep end of the pool. But we've definitely talked about it. Maybe if Team Rocket comes back to Lakeland.
Oh, there you go. I know talking with them, they were thinking of doing Michigan.
Yeah, well, Phil's all over the place. You never know
Yeah.
where that kid is. He's in a different state every time I talk to him. And so the trailer's the same way. Is that where you are in Michigan right now?
Minnesota.
Holy cow, you're really up there.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, see, I ride every single week, every week, all year long, all the time, always.
And everyone from like Iowa or Nebraska and north just gave their radio the finger.
Sorry.
We are.
Yeah, but
It
my
is
bike
well
has to
known that we
run.
are ragingly jealous of the South's ability to ride all year.
My bike has a lot of miles on it. I'm just going to tell you that now. I had a black bike that had so many miles on it. It's probably 25,000 miles on it over 5 years. I rode every single day. So even
Wow.
even what we'll call the cold, which is of course not cold compared to you, but yeah.
Yeah, we've
So
got riding season and we've got wrenching season.
I know. Well, once in a while it'd be nice to put my bike up and get the things done, get the things fixed, especially air leaks.
Oh yeah.
Get that stuff fixed up and then put it back on the road. But I literally fixed it, Monday night because we're going to ride it on Tuesday night. So I'll have to run down to the shop and fix stuff in the middle of the night because I know I'm going to ride it the next day. So it's
Yay,
okay.
mopeds.
That's why I have more than one, right?
Exactly. So when you guys meet up and get together, do you all have a certain kind of bike or is there a model that's represented more than any others or is it kind of a mix of different models?
We have a mix of different models. I actually own 8 bikes or 10 bikes. I don't even know at this point. Um, and none of these guys own singular bikes. Everybody, you know how they kind of get, they sort of multiply in the garage. And I think as Florida goes, and probably all states are like this, but as Florida goes, a lot of people ended up here in their older age and bought mopeds because they thought they would be neat to ride around town and then stuffed them in a shed somewhere. But I can tell you that one of the largest Tomos dealerships was here in Sarasota in the entire country, and I worked for him for years. So we have Tomos coming out of the woodwork here, um, and I have several of them, but they're all over the place. If you want a Tomos, this seems to be the place to go. For some reason, if you want a Derby, Pennsylvania seems to be the place to go. But if you want a Tomos, you come here. Tomos and Puch are predominantly what we have. But we pretty much got everything you could think of. Got some Batavis, got some Zundaps, got some Creedlers, got a couple of Minarelli's things. I just got a city bike, got a Peugeot, Auto's got a fair amount of Peugeots, and a Moby. And so we've pretty much got everything that you could think of. We've always got bikes here, and Auto's always got some stuffed in his garage that nobody knows about. But there isn't one, I think, that we're missing. I would say we have a little bit of everything. Derbies, you don't see very much here. That I will say. Derbies, you don't see too much. Once in a while. But that's the only thing I would say we were missing.
Would you say there's one bike that is the cream of the crop for the Dirty Petcocks? Like something that when you think of the club, you think of a certain bike?
No. No, everybody's got their own brand allegiance. It's usually one of the things that we end up discussing at taco nights is which of the makes is better. But and certain guys are certain proponents for certain bikes. The guys know that my first bike was a Tomos, and it's my favorite bike, and it's one of my fastest bikes. And anytime those guys want to throw down, I'm ready to go with them because it's a pretty fast bike. But no, I don't know that. I don't think those guys would necessarily agree. Some like Tomos, some don't. Some like Puchs and some don't. So everybody's got their own sort of thing. It's kind of fun that way. It's like guys in their football teams. You know, they have their choices, and it's kind of fun to duke it out once in a while. And
Definitely.
say, oh no, mine's better. No, this is better. So,
I think you'll get that everywhere.
yep, yep. But I don't say there's one that the Dirty Petcocks would say that everybody likes.
How about like a single bike, like a build that turned out really well that is kind of the the
No, you know
opus.
what? Our guys. They they all build bikes. They all build them their own way. Everybody does it differently than everybody else. Um, I love all of their bikes. They'll always do something that makes me go, "Oh, that's so cool! I wish I thought of that." Always. Um, but they all do it differently, all of them. So they all bring something else to the table. They all make you want to do something like what they did, but different. Um, so no, I don't know that anyone would. I just finished a hardtail, and a lot of the guys liked the way that it turned out, and I liked the way that it turned out, of course. But I wouldn't say that there was one build that all the guys really love. Everybody's different. That hardtail is really nice to look at. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world to ride, but it's really nice to look at. But I don't know that there's one. Auto's got some really nice. All the guys got some really nice bikes. I think everybody's proud of their own.
Well, thank you so much for coming on and speaking with me tonight. I
No,
think
thank
we
you. And
learned a lot
again,
about the Petcocks.
I really think it's cool that somebody's doing this. I think it's awesome. So good for you.
Well, thank you.
You're doing a cool thing.
Thank you. I know we've got a, at least a dozen episodes ready to go.
And if you ever come down here, Ashley, you look us up. We'll get you a loaner. You
That would be
definitely could use
awesome.
a break from the cold.
Eh, Definitely. 100% could use a break from the cold.
Well, that's a great place to visit. I'm telling you. I don't even want to tell you what the temperature is, but trust me, it's warmer than where you are.
Oh, God. Hey, it was pretty warm today. We got up to 40. That was good.
I was swimming around in the ocean all day.
Like most days you go outside and it's so cold you like want to kick a puppy or something. You know,
Well,
you go outside and it just hurts to be outside.
yeah, I did grow up in Rochester, New York, and actually there's a group up there in Ithaca somewhere. I don't know what they're called, but there's a group up there. I didn't find that out until I moved down here probably 20 years ago or something, but there's definitely a group up there now. But so I can understand what the cold is. Believe me, I've been there, but
Oh yeah.
I don't want to live there.
You got used to the nice weather though.
Yeah, I'm spoiled now. Yeah, yeah, 50 degrees is freezing. I got a sweatshirt on and I'm jumping up and down.
We'd be in
So,
shorts at 50 degrees this time of year.
yeah, well, it's in the high 80s, I think, today, like 88, something like that.
I'm
So,
gonna go stick my head in the oven and pretend I'm in
sorry,
Florida with
but
you.
again, you're welcome to come on down. Everyone else is. They're all coming from up there anyway. They're all down here for spring break. So,
Exactly. Fishing or swimming.
yep, yep. So, if anybody wants to come down and look us up, come on down.
Right on. Uh, Thank you again, and you have yourself a good night.
All right, thanks, Ashley.
All right, bye.
Bye.
This has been another episode of Brapcast. I'm your host, Ashley Ackley, the Big Brap Daddy, and tonight we were joined by Colin Fortier with the Dirty Petcocks. Do you have a cruise shop or super rad mopeder you would like featured on our show? Tell us all about it on Facebook at Brapcast. Find our other episodes on SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube, and the Google Play Store. Until next time, stay happy and stay brappy.